Excuse me.
That's going in the video. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Sean Anderson, Most Valuable Podcast. Alongside me is Brandon Swanson, and today we are previewing the Houston Texans versus the Green Bay Packers. And Swanee, we usually say, oh, this one should be a fun one, or this one's not going to be a fun one, this one's going to be a dud. This one most likely will be a dud because Brock Osweiler can't throw the ball, and the Green Bay Packers have looked anemic outside of that Monday night performance against Philadelphia. Who you got in this game and why?
You know, I think that for this one, for the Houston Texans, you've got to be able to be conservative a little bit on offense. And with that, I mean, Brock Osweiler, he has just been... He's been looking like a rookie quarterback.
He's been bad.
He's been looking like a rookie quarterback. Instead of throwing the ball away, he throws it into coverage, gets it intercepted, tries to force feed DeAndre Hopkins. You can only do that so many times before you start to get intercepted and teams start to know this is what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. And I think that you have to try and get it, and I've called for it throughout the season, that you have to try and get it into DeAndre Hopkins. He is your best receiver, best player on your team, but you cannot go for him when the route is broken, the guys are draped over him. You can't then throw it in there and go, DeAndre should have had it because he's good. I think that's been a problem. Osweiler has looked pretty good at times, and then at other times he's looked like you should put him on the bench because it's going to be best for the team.
And most of the times it's been bench.
Now they're on the road. They don't play well on the road. They haven't this year. They're 1-4. I don't like the Texans in this game actually at all. I think that they may have some success with the passing game only because no one for Green Bay is healthy that is supposed to be playing in the secondary. So I think that's a big plus for the Texans. Aaron Rodgers, supposedly an injured hamstring. I don't know how much that's going to affect him. It may not. They come off a win against the Eagles. They finally get back on the in the win column. 5-6, the Green Bay Packers are 3-2 at home. They haven't been all that good. This is a really a matchup at the beginning of the season that you thought, man, the Green Bay Packers, they'll be good as usual. Houston Texans, they're gonna be looking up, and they got this good quarterback. But I think that for Houston, it's continue to run the football with Lamar Miller. It is try and bring in some other guys. What happened to Will Fuller after week 1 and 2? Boom, gone.
Got injured a little bit, and then Brock has struggled since he came back.
He just completely disappeared. Yeah. So, and then for the Green Bay Packers, you got to get a running back. Everyone knows you can pass the ball. You got to be able to get a running back. You got to be able to try and work in some sort of running game. But it's probably not going to work. And you got to be able to stop the Houston Texans. So I am going to say the Green Bay Packers win in this one. Houston sucks. I think that they've been so pathetic. They had a nice lead in the AFC South, but then again, in the AFC South, no lead is safe. But I think that Houston, they had a real opportunity to kind of go away with that one as Indy was doing terrible and Jacksonville is terrible, and Tennessee is right there. So the Texans, forget about them. Forget about them. This is the Forget About the Houston Texans video. And the Green Bay Packers aren't that much better, but they will win this week 30-20.
Tell us who you think is going to win in the comments down below.
I got a little angry in that one.
You did. You
got a little pissed at the Texans.
You went on a little rant about the Texans.
They've been awful.
You want Lamar Miller to kind of boost your fantasy team because you need it because you've been kind of bad lately. In the ones that matter.
Not in our league though.
In the ones that matter.
Not in our league though.
The ones that matter.
And the ones that don't matter though, Sean's been awful.
Yeah, no, the ones that matter have been great. The one that doesn't matter have been terrible. I just said
the ones that don't matter. So you just repeated what I said.
I'm not listening. Anyways,
thanks for listening.
Tell us who you think is going to win in the comments down below. Do you have the Texans? Do you have the Green Bay Packers? Also, don't forget to check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast. And also, Quest for 5,000 is going on. Our Quest for 5,000 is going on. Use the hashtag Quest for 5,000 on Twitter and Facebook. We got some fun prizes for certain milestones we hit along the way, so do not forget to check those out. Share this stuff. We'll get closer and closer and closer. We have shirts. We have video games, gift cards, all this fun stuff coming for you. And once we hit 5,000, we're going to roast Ricky Widmer, and it's going to be a fun time. So do not forget to check out Patreon. Do not forget to check out the Quest for 5,000. For Brandon Swanson, I'm Sean Anderson. We'll see you next time.
Two things. I'm sorry I went off on a rant there.
You're good.
But seriously, I mean, my gosh, the Houston Texans really pissed me off.
Oh, awful.
And two, it was funny looking at your face when you're like, and Quest Quest for 5,000.
It's happening.
Am I saying that right? Quest? Is that a word?
I was like Quest for.
Quest for.
I was gonna say Quest Love.
5,000.
I was gonna say Quest Love.